having Ella, it did open my eyes loads to the fact that actually I just need to be happy now, you know, and I need to just kind of be me and stop being what everybody else kind of wanted me to be, or stop trying to fit into to what would be normal. There were loads of people that would always ask questions like, why is she single, why is she on her own, where's her husband? And I hope now it's much better. I was very, very shocked the first time I kind of had a look around me, and I realised that I'm not the only kind of single gay parent. I think I'd gone through so much in my head of you know, maybe I should have just come out when I was younger, and then it would have been a lot easier. But then, you know, I wouldn't have had Ella, I wouldn't have had the life that I've had, and I don't really think that, you know, I would have been happy like that. But I think because I was going through so much in my head, I didn't realise there was so kind of the world had kind of changed around me. You know, Ella kind of defines me now more than anything else. You know, I'm mummy before I am anything.
Stop! You're going too fast, madam. You're exceeding the speed limit. You need to stop.
And she's done books on.
I was trying to find Ella a book about, you know, two mummies or two daddies or just something. This wasn't this Christmas, this was last Christmas. So she would have just been turning 3. I couldn't get it. You know, there are a few in America. When you search for it, you get more news stories about libraries that have removed books like that than you do actual links to somebody that would be able to sell you a book. There are a few in America. In a way, it wouldn't have been appropriate to us. The spelling would have been incorrect, you know, as far as we read. You know, the words used wouldn't have been correct, and I think that you then take the emphasis off what I wanted to do, you know, because you're having to explain what the words mean and things. So, yeah, everything at school is the same. Everything at school is, you know, mummy and daddy. I can imagine if it was me, and you know, every book I read was about mummy and daddy, then I would switch off a little bit, because it at 4, that doesn't, you know, to Ella, that doesn't kind of refer to her in any way. She's got no way of kind of, you know, likening herself to that character in the slightest, as has obviously, you know, any child that doesn't have kind of daddy at home, or, you know, kids in care or anything like that. It's not just, you know, obviously children from the same sex family. I don't want Ella to be labelled as like, oh, that's the gay woman's child, or, you know, I don't want Ella to be different for anything other than what she wants to do. You know, if she wants to grow up and cut all her hair off and dye it green, then that's fine, she can be different, but she's different because it was her choice and that's what she's done. I do sometimes worry that she'll kind of have that label. Press pause and then you can hear this playing. You can put it on afterwards, can't you? Ella. Had Ella, and I just realised I cannot sit, you know, kind of quiet anymore. It just wasn't what I wanted at all. And you know, I'd come out to lots and lots of people just to say, well, I don't know, I might like girls, I might like boys, I'm not really sure. And everyone's like, do whatever you want, doesn't really matter. But I think having Ella, obviously it brings you into the spotlight within your own kind of family, you know, within your own little world. And I think it's just the first time that I needed to actually stand up and say it rather than just carrying on, you know. It was probably, it was more important for Ella as well, obviously, you know. I think it to a certain extent that, you know, as she gets older and older and older, she'll want to know why mummy and daddy aren't together anymore. I think it's important for Ella to understand that it wasn't a whimsical choice. It wasn't like a get rid of him, right, you know, let's move on. It was kind of a bit of a life-defining thing where it's like, actually, you know, after having Ella, it did kind of open my eyes to everything a lot. You know, she was brought into a loving world. It wasn't a pretend relationship, but I think from my side, definitely, I didn't realise how much more I'd got to give somebody until I'd kind of had Ella. The people throughout my life who I've you know, really fallen for had all been kind of female. You know, it had always been like that was like the true bond that I'd built up. And yeah, I just kind of realised, actually, I can't do that anymore. So I hope that she gets it. I hope she understands.